everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, Tuesday, here at MadWorldTarot. And I have the Lunar Soul Tarot on the tarot table for this one. It's my do-good, worky kind of charity thingy kind of tarot deck, Lunar Soul. And we're going to have a bit of fun now. We're going to do a compare and contrast reading. And we're going to look at Prince William's endeavours on the left of the compare and contrast reading, and Prince Harry's endeavours on the right hand side. On the one side we've got the Burger King, as I and many other people now call him, and on the other side we've got the Travalyst salesman, who he has been dumped from their reboot Travalyst, and he is going off to play polo in Singapore next month, or this month, I can't remember when. But cries of hypocrisy, because then he's off to Japan and then he's flying over to Germany for his Invictus Games thing. He who loves to travel by private jet has been booted from Travalyst. So that's on the one side of things. Then on the other side we have somebody whose Earthshot award is going from strength to strength, and he started the homeless thing, and he was there at that food truck, in the food truck, serving his Earthshot veggie burger to great acclaim. Very slick. He learned his lines beautifully. He looked wonderful, very sexy, very fit, healthy and glowing and happy. The crowd were suitably impressed, and their cries of surprise and joy looked quite authentic. I don't know how many takes that took, but it all seemed quite real. And proof of concept as well. The veggie burgers cooked on stoves and stuff that were all creations of the Earth, submitted for the Earthshot Award. So on the one side we have got someone who's doing quite well and also seems quite adjusted to his hair loss. And on the other side we have someone who seems to be floundering and has a giant chunk of hair missing. As we saw today when he and Meghan were sitting in the garden doing phone calls to unsuspecting teenagers. Anyway, so we're just going to have a look and see what's going on, how they're doing in their own enterprises, how they view each other's, how they're handling their hair loss, because why not, and how the public views them and their various endeavours. Who's winning the battle of for hearts and minds at this point. What else do I need to say? I think I've said everything I need to say. It's just tarot for fun and entertainment. You know the drill. All my opinion, all speculation. Read energy here. Okay. Calm down now. And disclaimer in the box below. As the deck completely collapsed, I'm going to shuffle these cards back in the old-fashioned way, because apparently that's what needs to happen. And let's go. See what the Lunar Soul Tarot wants to tell us about charity, their various endeavours. These two brothers who are very much at odds at the moment, and seemingly will be for the foreseeable future, sadly. There we go. That's it. William, Harry, and an underlying energy for us. And we have, she showed up. She wasn't meant to, but she did. There she is. Shall we say she's the source of all this conflict? In my opinion, she is, and that's why she's shown up in reverse, in her shadow aspects between the brothers. The shadow that fell. And I will now refrain from misquoting T.S. Eliot. How funny. The next two down cards, we've got the Hermit, and then we've got the Chariot in reverse. The two brothers have actually shown up in their major arcana next down, but we don't mind, we don't care. We've got her, and she's all that matters, apparently. So let's get stuck in and see what the overall situation is that we are dealing with. We are dealing with judgment in reverse. Bad decisions, quite literally, the Judgment card. Someone not waking up, someone not seeing reality for the way it is, somebody not getting a second chance, another go round. Somebody being criticized, somebody feeling criticized, feeling very negative towards each other, judging each other very harshly, and yeah, not giving each other another chance either because of that. Let me just look at this card again, if there's anything that I need to notice here. The cat in the coffin. Interesting. The cat in her lap. Just strange. Doesn't tell me anything in particular, but I'm sure it's going to tell someone out there, and do let us know if it occurs to you what this means. So, William's side, how well are his endeavours doing at the moment? Just objectively, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. That's surprising. It's not doing very well right now, in the sense of longevity and prosperity and things like that. It's an idea of beginnings. He's at the very, very, very early phases of these things. It hasn't borne fruit yet, really. He's made some veggie burgers, but he's got a long way to go before he saves the world. And it's a very lush, beautiful world that's there for him to save, but he's got his work cut out with this. This is completely objective. This is in my opinion. This is not in relation to anyone else. This is just what universe wants to say. Cards, when they're in the reverse, sometimes have a delay built in. So at some stage, the energy is going to be activated. So I'm not reading this as a negative card. I'm reading this as universe saying, well, he started, but he's just scratched the surface of the things that he's got to fix. He wants to cure homelessness and also fix the environment and our whole world. He's got a long way to go. And I would say he knows it, obviously. He's not a Dumbo like that one, in my opinion. Yeah, he's got his work cut out, and his universe is just saying, you've got to stick at it with the Ace of Pentacles. And there might be setbacks, and it might take a long time before any impact, any visible impact happens. So that's interesting. I think it's a very realistic card, very realistic. So let's see how our has-beens endeavours doing, just objectively. Who wants to tell us there? Knight of Swords, that's the rushing about energy, the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, very fast moving, quite aggressive, military. So we've got Invictus Games there. It's one of those military things. But this idea of flying in a bit recklessly, without necessarily thinking things through. That's what the Knight of Swords does. Knight of Swords wants to be the hero. He wants to rescue people and save people and all of that. And we've seen it with the press. Very Knight of Swords energy, a bit rash, a bit reckless, but really quite determined to save everyone from the wicked British press. So quite different energy, and I find this interesting because this is quite aggressive, quite reckless, fast in and out kind of energy, and this is long, slow progress. Very different energy, very different minds, very different views of the world. Let's see how they view each other. How does William view has-beens attempts, his projects, his programs? Is he impressed? The fool in reverse. He thinks, you idiot, you. Naive, gullible, stupid, reckless. The fool in reverse, often reckless, does stupid things, doesn't think things through, doesn't look before he leaps. There's nothing wrong with being bright-eyed and naive and innocent and setting off on a big adventure when the fool is upright. It's lovely energy. Everybody should have a fool kind of adventure in their life. Go and set off and try something. But when it's in reverse, it means you're just being stupid, you're being reckless, you're not thinking things through, you might be listening to the wrong people. And so William is judgment here. He's judging and thinking, stupid, never going to work, not thinking it through. Here he goes, the old Knight of Swords, just being rushing about. all hot air, all signifying nothing. And how does has-been view William's various endeavors? 2 of discs. Well, it's the juggling card. It's the where shall I give my energy to? I think he thinks that he's maybe doing too much. And there is an element of that could be true. He's got Earthshot and he's doing the homeless thing. How many major issues in life can you take on all at once? So there is this idea that Harry probably sitting there thinking, well, you know, he's spreading his energy too thin, and at some stage it's all going to fall down because you can't do it all. So not positive. Not positive. It's a fine balancing act, that, and we know that has-been likes to juggle. He's quite experienced at juggling, so he knows what he's talking about here with juggling, with the 2 of Pentacles. And I think that he thinks / hopes that at some stage William is going to drop the ball. That's what I'm getting from that card, and of course it's pure speculation and my opinion. How about the hair loss? It seems to be a thing. So how is William handling his hair loss? How does he feel about it? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of discs, 9 of Pentacles in reverse is a loss. It is a loss. It's a loss of abundance. The 9 of Pentacles upright is about independence, liberation, having enough to see you through. He doesn't have enough to see him through, and he could feel, going into the psychology of the hair loss, that it's a feeling of loss of freedom through age, that he feels it. There was some freedom that having hair meant to him that now not having hair has been taken from him. How does Harry feel? And the reason I'm doing this, and I know it's a silly question, but there he was sitting with that big chunk of hair missing. And he does seem to have plugins or something going on with the hair. It does seem to be something he competes with his brother about. He has been quite frank about that in his book. Very critical of William for his hair loss, and Harry working very hard seemingly to prevent hair loss in California. Can't be bald in California, seemingly. Interesting. So how's Harry handling it? Because it certainly has come to get him. It's the worst thing in the world. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Can't believe his bad luck. I think he was stupid enough to think it wouldn't happen to him. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Literally, as if fate has just slapped him, knocked him down. He thought he was going to have luxuriant hair forever and ever. Some of the potential candidates for parentage do have full heads of hair, even in their quite advanced age. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Can't cope with it. Cannot cope with it. How are the public going to view their various enterprises? How do they view their various charitable endeavors, their attempts, what they're up to, public perception of this? I don't put a time frame on it, just want to know what's going on with the public. How does the public view it? 4 of Wands for William, big success. Public's all for it, absolutely. Celebration, it's going to go well. We're right behind you. We think it's great. We think it's a great direction for the firm to be going in, because 4 of Wands is the firm. So we think this is fantastic. And well done. Absolutely well done. Gold star for you. How about has-been and his polo playing and all the rest of it? Nah, justice in reverse. They think it's wrong at some level. And there is the cat again. Cat has shown up. And it's mystifying to me. But there it is, floating along on that stormy sea. But the cat has shown up again in reverse. Justice is about something that is fair and balanced and distributing resources evenly, can be justice, equality, all that kind of stuff. I think they feel he's motivated by a sense of grievance with the Justice in reverse. He's picking fights and going places where he shouldn't be. Knight of Swords here is very much related to the Justice card. Justice in reverse, fighting the wrong battles, doing the wrong things, picking fights with the wrong people, picking fights with the media, picking fights with the royal family. They're not behind him, and they see that he is motivated by a sense of grievance, and they also see perhaps that he's going to lose at some level, going to be losing those court cases, losing support, losing admiration, and losing, I nearly said losing his mind, but the Justice card in reverse is something being terribly unbalanced. Harry is judging William here with the Two of Pentacles and saying, Two of Discs, and saying William could drop the ball, it could all fall down, he's taking on too much, and ooh, but this is the one that the public sees as taking on too much or taking on the wrong things, and in the end all fall over, all fall down. So that's interesting. Most mysterious, this cat. But anyway, there it is. And so that's the reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.